Hello students, today I will discuss the derivation of mass moment of inertia of solid cylinder. So suppose one cylinder is given to us. This is the cylinder shown and its length is L units. Its radius is denoted as R units and two axes are shown. One is horizontal axis, second is the vertical axis passing through its centroid, let us say G, and suppose we have to find the moment of inertia, mass moment of inertia of this particular cylinder about the axis which is perpendicular to its lateral surface and passing through its CG. Fine. So let us see what is the procedure. First of all, we will denote rho. What is rho? Rho is the mass per unit volume. Fine. Now in second step, we will consider one imaginary circular disc. Fine. So we have considered one imaginary circular disc whose length is over here shown as dx, and this disc is at a distance of x from the axis about which we want to find the mass moment of inertia. So in the second step, we will find mass of imaginary circular disc. So in order to find the mass of imaginary circular disc, we have to multiply the mass per unit volume, that is rho, with the volume of the disc. So mass per unit volume is rho and volume of the disc is its area pi r square multiplied by dx. Then that will become volume. So pi r square into dx. So this is the volume of the circular disc. So multiply by mass per unit volume, it will become mass of imaginary circular disc. Then we will find mass moment of inertia of this circular disc about its own center of gravity, that is denoted over here as g1, and that axis is passing through its center of gravity, but it is a vertical axis. So first of all, we will find mass moment of inertia of this circular disc about centroidal axis passing through its centroid, and it is a vertical axis. Fine. So that is denoted over here as mass moment of inertia of imaginary circular disc is denoted as dig1. So this will be equal to what? This we have already covered. If you can recall the previous topic, in this topic we have covered this particular equation, that if we have a circular disc and you want to find the mass moment of inertia about any axis passing through its own plane through its centroid, let us say a dash a, that will be equal to mr square by 4. So same formula we will use here as well. So what we did, we want to find mass moment of inertia of a circular disc about the axis which is passing through its own plane and passing through its centroid, that is equal to mr square by 4. Same term we are using here. So what is m? M is the mass of imaginary circular disc. This we have already calculated, which is rho pi r square by dx. So replace m by this term. So rho pi r square dx into r square by 4. This is about its own axis. Fine. Now what we will do, we will transfer this mass moment of inertia calculated along this particular axis passing through its own plane to another axis, which is the main axis about which we want to find the mass moment of inertia. That axis is yy. Fine. So in order to transfer this moment of inertia to another axis which is parallel to its centroidal axis, we have to use one theorem that is called as parallel axis theorem. I have already made one video on that theorem, and I hope you have watched that particular video and you know very well what is a parallel axis theorem. So next step is we will transfer this particular mass moment of inertia about its own central axis to the main axis, that is y axis, through parallel axis theorem. So that's why it is written over here. Now find moment of inertia of disk about IGY, means this particular axis, through parallel axis. So apply parallel axis theorem. So mass moment of inertia of this circular disk about this axis is denoted by DIGY is equal to what? Is equal to mass moment of inertia about its own centroidal axis, that is dig1, which we have already calculated, dig1 plus mass of the circular disk into the distance between the two axes. That distance is x. So into square of that distance into x square. Fine. So let us solve this term. How to solve? Put the value of dig1, this value. So this value is written here. But these two are written as r power 4 dx. Put the value of m. It is how much? Rho pi r square by dx. So that value is written here into x square. So this is the mass moment of inertia of the circular disk about the main axis. Now, once we have found the mass moment of inertia of the circular disk about the main axis, now we can find mass moment of inertia of the whole cylinder about the main axis by integrating this particular term between limits minus L by 2 and L by 2, because total length is L and this y-axis passing exactly through the center. So that is why it is written moment of inertia, mass moment of inertia of cylinder about IGY is what? Integration of this particular term, that is DIGY. So integration of DIGY between limits minus L by 2 to L by 2. Or we can say that on both sides distance is same, so we can replace minus L by 2 limit by 0 to L by 2, and we will multiply that with 2. So both are same. So in order to get rid of this negative sign, let us solve with this particular value. So let us solve this further. So what we will do, put the value of DIGY, that is this value, in this particular integration. So over here it is written IGY is equal to 2. So integration from 0 to L by 2 pi rho r square. So from here pi rho and r square are taken common. So pi rho r square taken common. What we are left with then? 1 by 4 r square plus x square dx. Then this is constant, take it outside, so it will become 2 pi r square integration of 0 L by 2 of the remaining term r square by 4 plus x square dx. Again we will do the integration of this particular term, so r square by 4 will remain same into x plus integration of x square will be x cube by 3. Then apply the limits. So when you will apply the limits, so you will get final term as 2 pi r square, L is taken outside, by 8 in the bracket r square plus L square by 3. Further, what we can say that pi r square into L into rho, this will be the mass of the cylinder. So pi r square L is equal to the mass of the cylinder. Fine. Pi r square into mass per unit volume rho into its length, that will become mass of the cylinder. So in this term we have replaced pi rho r square L by m. So final term will become IGY equal to m by 4 r square plus L square by 3. Further you can reduce this to IGY equal to m by 12 3 r square plus L square. What we did, we took 3 common. Fine. So this term mostly we write when we refer the mass moment of inertia of the solid cylinder. I hope this particular definition is clear to you. Thank you very much.